What's up, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. We are back in the gym again today, continuing on with my hypertrophy block. I'm in week 4, day 4, and that is alternate bench day. I'm going to be working with the football bar. I got around 220 pounds for a 5x8. So let's get this started, shall we? Weights be moving slow today. I might have overshot my programming last week. I probably should have done either a 5x6 or 7, but it's all right. I'm gonna continue on the original plan. We will try to get 5 sets of 8, and then next week I will just for sure probably going into 5 sets of 6. Drop it down to 2 reps. So I could be like doing 230 next week for 5 sets of 6. That's how I do it. I make a plan, I execute the plan, I gather data from that plan and execution, I reevaluate, and then I make another plan. Two more sets. Don't want to move today. All right, so I had about 220 pounds on the football bar. The good thing about the football bar is you're using a neutral grip, so it's more safer on your wrists. It puts more emphasis on your triceps and your pecs, and it takes pressure off of your shoulders. So it's a little bit safer, and it's targeting areas that I need in the bench press, and so that's why I have decided. That is why I have decided to use it in my hypertrophy block on my alternate bench press day. So now that we are done with that, we're going to move on to the next movement, and that's your basic incline bench press. All right, we're going to be targeting the upper chest area, and this is mainly for hypertrophy, building more muscle, because bigger pecs. Bigger paychecks? No, bigger pecs are going to help you push more weight, and it's going to help you be stronger at the lower portion of the lift, all right? All right, so I have a 3x10 with 155 pounds on the incline bench press. After incline bench press, I'll be moving on to overhead press. Again, we're targeting upper chest with the bench press, with the incline bench press, and then after that, I'm going to target the shoulders with the overhead press. As you can see, all three movements, they are directly going to, in some way, shape, or form, they're going to help the regular flat bench press, all right? The whole goal of alternate bench press day is to hit my weak points in the bench press, make them stronger so I am a more well-rounded bench presser and lifter in general. I also do the same thing with squats and deadlifts, but since they're both lower bodies, I don't have an alternate day. My squat and my deadlifts are alternate of each other's because you're both pushing the ground away from you. Or you're both pushing the earth. But yeah, you get the gist. So after the incline bench press, I'm now moving on to my overhead presses, and this is going to help me build those 3D delts or boulder shoulders or Death Star delts, whichever one you prefer. Alright, so finished up with the overhead press, and to balance out all that pressing, I'm going to be doing some pulling volume, and what that consists of is the lat pull downs with the V-grip attachment and underhand grip seated cable rows. This is going to target all of the back. It's going to target the lats, the rear delts, and the upper back. All right, and I'm also supersetting these for no particular reason, but to save time. All right, so as I've been wrapping up this session, I went ahead and hit some face pulls supersetted with some tricep press downs for high reps. And then I'm just finished up doing some easy bar curls, and then I'm gonna do body weight dips. These are just to hit the smaller muscle groups to actually burn out those muscles and pump blood into them, all right? They're smaller muscle groups, so they recover sooner. So this is something you can do. I mean, you could try to burn yourself out with deadlifts, and then the next time you deadlift, it's gonna feel a lot heavier than it did before. And that's because your central nervous system didn't have time to recover, because you have to use so many motor recruited units of muscle to move that weight, all right? But like when you're doing bicep curls, tricep pushdowns, face pulls, you're not exerting that much force onto your body. So those are things that are easily recoverable from. And when you do higher reps, you're pumping blood to those muscles. So that blood is going to carry oxygen and nutrients, and it's going to help you recover. So when meat doesn't have blood into it, what happens? It dies. So it's very important to get those high reps in there. It's not necessarily for muscle building or looking like a bodybuilder, but it will help you recover and it will help your joints in the long run. So don't neglect high repetition work. You could do that. You could do it very frequently with your smaller groups, meaning your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps, your forearms, and if you have calves. I mean, I don't have calves, so that's why I don't hit them. They're completely non-existent. All right, so your smaller muscle groups, you can hit them more frequently and you could burn them out more frequently, and it's gonna pump blood to your extremities, which is gonna help you for overall health. All right, don't forget to neglect your smaller muscle groups with high repetitions. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and do some body weight dips, and then we're gonna call it a day. So that's hypertrophy. Bench day 2, also known as my alternate bench day, where I'm building a foundation using consistency, all right? It's nothing, I'm not doing anything in here exotic or anything crazy. I'm just hitting sets and reps, and then over every week I'm slowly adding weight dependent on data that I collected in the previous training sessions. Okay, so over time, the sets and reps are going to get lower, and the weight is going to get higher. All right, until I reach a peak, or till I reach a point at the end of the block where I transition into a new block, whether that be a strength block, a power block, a conjugate block, something different. All right. So as of right now, I have 2 more weeks left total in the hypertrophy block. I'm going to, then at the end of the hypertrophy block, I'm most likely going to continue it. I'm going to do another hypertrophy block. I usually don't, it's just, I'm not satisfied with the amount of weight gain I have put on this hypertrophy block. The strength is going great. Strength is awesome. My strength is awesome on this hypertrophy block, but the amount of muscle or body mass that I usually put on isn't there. So all I'm gonna do is run another hypertrophy block using data that I collected this one, finding errors and mistakes, correcting them, and then rinse and repeat, trying another hypertrophy block again. And I think that's what's gonna be best for me going forward. Once I'm satisfied with the amount of tissue I have put on, then I will go into the strength block and start working on building a foundation for lifting heavier weights going into a power block, and then hopefully we go into a power block and start hitting some PRs. So we'll see about that coming up. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate it. Like, comment, subscribe if this helped you. That way it could help somebody else. And most importantly, don't forget to have yourself a nice day.